I think that there's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have.
But before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great at something.
Your destiny, when you identify with your destiny, you have to be maniacal. You have to be uncompromising. It don't matter how much it feel like it ain't gonna work.
Delusional.
Complete delusion. You gotta believe the delusion. Because it's only delusional until it works.
It doesn't matter if the world believes in you. If we don't believe in ourselves, nothing's gonna happen.
And when you believe in yourself, you believe in possibility. You can't have one without the other.
As long as you believe in that very gift that you have in the bottom of your stomach, that fire that burns, that dream that wakes you up in the middle of the night and wakes you up and have you screaming to the sun, rise, so I can go after this dream. That is the very thing that you should chase every single day. And as long as we believe, as long as we know that we have greatness inside of us, we can be anything we want to.
In order for you to manifest your dream, you gotta be the first one that believe in you. Don't worry about what nobody else say, man. Speak life into your dreams.
I do believe that when you walk in a room and you're confident and you stand tall and you believe in yourself, that energy does come off of you.
We generate our power by first believing that our efforts will be rewarded. No matter how many people tell you that you're stupid, you're a failure, that you're never going to do anything, that you are going to believe in yourself.
No matter what nobody told you about your dream, man, stand up for your dream. Stand up for what you believe in and speak what you want into existence.
How much time do you have left? How much time do you have left?
This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Period.
You must first believe that you can, that you will, that you must.
Be crazy enough to believe in you.
The madness of impossibility, the lie. Somebody lied to you and told you that it was impossible. And the only difference between people who lose and people who achieve is the person who achieved tried one more time. I'm convinced that we are a generation that gives up too easily. I need you to examine your capacity now. Examine your perspective now. The power is in your perspective. The power, the difference between those who make something happen and those who do not is wrapped in the truth and in the power of their perspective. Your perspective can either become your prison or your passport. It can either arrest you or release you.
One of the things I have realized, and many of us have, if you want something out of life, if you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, that is really not easy as some people will make us feel. That living your dream, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging. It's hard. What will it take for me to get some of the things that I want? It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. So decide that you're going to take some time to work on you, that you deserve that from yourself, that your life deserves some prime time, because you are creating your own production. As Michael Todd would say, you are the star of your show. You are the director. You're writing the script. And you will determine whether your life is a smash office hit or flop. You determine that.
No matter how much the world tries to hold you back, always continue to believe that what you want to achieve is possible. You know, believing you can do something successful is the most important step in actually achieving it. You can do and be anything that you want, no matter what you've been told and conditioned to think growing up. Start from today to believe that you can.
I believe possibility is destiny, and it is fear that keeps us arrested and apprehended by the spirit of impossibility. Impossibility doesn't even exist once you shift your reality, once you understand the power of perspective. The word itself says I'm possible. Every time somebody told me I could not do something, I had a decision that I had to make in order to achieve what they said was impossible. Don't just let life happen to you. Create the life that you want. One choice, one action, one day at a time, because in the end, your life is nothing more than the sum of your choices.
You've got to sell yourself every day on your abilities, on what you're doing, on the goal that you want to reach. You've got to sell yourself every day, every day, every day. Whatever we have right now, whatever we're demonstrating in our lives, is a result of what we believe subconsciously that we deserve. And part of increasing that belief level is that you have got to convince yourself every day. And as you convince you, as you sell yourself every day, every day, every day, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job, to achieve a certain objective, telling yourself every day, here I go again, and I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me.
You can have that thing that you want, all right? It's yours. It's staring you in the face, it's right in front of you. But you've got to take it. You've just got to believe it's possible. It's to believe.
Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents. You have something that you brought to the universe. And that if you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well, and becoming the best at it and mastering myself and seeing what I have within me, if you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. As you begin to develop and expand your skills and your talents and your vision of yourself, you will always be in control of your destiny.
You got to get up and believe in yourself and tap into your dreams of what you believe in. Don't you ever let anybody stop you from living your dream, man. You deserve to be successful. I speak into existence that you're going to be successful. It all starts in the mindset. I speak into existence that every dream that you have will manifest. And once you get done speaking your dreams into existence, you got to stop talking and you got to go execute your dream.
Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I see the thumbs up. Amazing. Good morning, bro. Hope you had a great day yesterday because Pricetrap did it again. Damn. All right. So good. Let's start this session. I will start it with some gratitude because I'm very grateful with the skill I developed. And of course, with sharing this skill with all of you. There are not a lot of people on the live today, but I know there's a lot of people watching the recording. So yeah, I'm just grateful I can share these things. I'm grateful I woke up this morning with a beautiful blue MT5. It's just amazing. Having a skill set that you can be able to make money while you're sleeping. Like, come on, guys, come on. And if you're not at that point yet, just stay patient and develop yourself, like we have seen in the motivational video at the start here. Okay. What we're gonna do today, of course, is like always every week, excuse me. We are always going over every price trap I gave you last Wednesday. All right. And boy, what a week it has been. All right. It was amazing. We have seen so much beautiful breakout retests. We have seen so much beautiful opportunities, not only on the Wednesday sessions. Of course, I do have other sessions where I've been sharing price traps, and it's just insane. All right. And before I go into that or go deeper into that, I first want to say something that was what was really on my mind yesterday and this morning still. And it's not that a lot of people are not profitable with trading. We are like talking 90% of the people who are coming in these charts are losing money. Okay. And it's not necessarily because they don't have the knowledge. Because if you watch the strategy, I'm going to show you in a moment, it's pretty simple, right? The market principles, the basic market principles, if you can follow that, it's pretty simple to make money in these markets. What's not simple is being consistent every single day again. Even if you're having a losing streak, even if whatever happens in your life. Staying consistent and doing these things over and over and over again will bring you way further than just having these motivational spikes, right? Motivation is just an emotion, so it comes and goes. And a lot of people are really trading on that and not trading on the consistency and discipline that is required to make yourself profitable, all right? So this is a very important thing, and this is what I would recommend you to focus on, is the consistency and discipline. Go to the gym, build a consistency over there. Read a book, build consistency over there, build discipline over there. And how Jim Rohn loves to say it is, how you do anything is how you do everything. So practice the consistency and discipline out of trading to take it in your trade, all right? Because this, in my opinion, this is the biggest problem a lot of people have in the charts. It's not the knowledge, believe me, because it isn't hard to find yourself a high and low in the charts. It isn't hard to wait for that high and low to get broken and to get your retest in and enter the charts. It's not hard to follow or to have a risk management plan. To follow a risk management plan is something different, because then the consistency and discipline is there again that you need to have, because you need to be consistent in your risk management. Because if you're not consistent in your risk management, it means that you're risking one time 1%, one time 2%, other time 3%, other time 0.5%. This is not consistent, and you will see that your results will not be consistent also, all right? So this is such a big thing. It's not because you don't have the knowledge that you're not profitable. It's because you don't have the discipline and the consistency to follow every single step of your plan, to follow or to journal every single day of your trading, to journal every single trade of your trading, to go over them, to reflect on them, to be honest to yourself. These are the things that will make you different than the 90% who are in the chart and losing money. All right, so this is so important. And this is what my sessions, the strategy that I'm using for a couple of years already, is a perfect example of that, because the strategy isn't hard. It isn't hard to find the high, the low, to break the retest. What's hard is to be consistent and disciplined in everything you're doing here, right? So please take this with you to start off the session. But remember, I'm not here to give you any financial advice. I'm here to just give you my education, my knowledge that I've gained in the past years, so you can use that knowledge, you can use that mindset, you can use this for yourself to get in the markets yourself. I'm not here to tell you when, where, or I don't know. No, I want to give you that value, so you can go in yourself and find yourself these opportunities. All right, enough talking. I just wanted to get this off my mind. It was poking in my mind for a few days already, so I really wanted to share this. Good. Let's start with the Forex Factory. If we take a look what kind of news we have today, it's a pretty calm day, right? We still have some pound news that has to come. We had the CPI, which reacted pretty strong in the charts. You will see that in a moment. And for tomorrow or tonight it's coming, it's also pretty calm, okay? The first heavy news event that we will see is on the USD at 130. the final GDP and unemployment claims. This is a very important one. This could have some impact in the chart, so please be aware of that on Thursday. And what I also wanted to say, of course, we do have some retail sales on the pound Friday, also on the Canadian, the GDP, and some USD news on Friday. But what I wanted to show you today is, of course, this weekend we have a time change here in Europe. So it means that for the people in Europe, the spread hour was like between 10 and 11 for the last few weeks. It's going to change again to 11, 12. All right. So between 11 p.m. and 12 midnight, you will have the spread out. Just be careful. Just know that you don't miss out on this and make maybe a stupid mistake because of that. Okay. So good. This is the Forex Factory. Let's go over what we had last week and, of course, what the market has to offer for today, all right, or today and the coming days. Okay, so last week we had 80 Canadian. Like you can see, I've said it before. If you don't know the strategy, if you don't know what I'm doing, just go to recordings. In one of the recordings, you will see that I will go over the highs and lows and so on and so forth. Today, I'm not going to do that. All right, I don't have a lot of time, but I just want to show you where the possibilities are, or what you could do with the price reps I gave you last week. Okay, so good, very simple. What do we see here on 80 Canadian? High, low, what happened? Market broke out. That's what we always want to see and want to search for, the breakout, and then we want to follow that breakout. So we want to see the market come back into the price trap, find ourselves an opportunity to then ride it all the way down again. Okay, and this is exactly what happened here on 80 Canadian. We had a beautiful, but really a beautiful opportunity here to take the market down with a potential. Let's just say you were very late after this candle closure. You could react. You still had an opportunity of 110 pips. All right. This is insane. Okay. Very simple strategy. Just wait for the breakout and retest. Wait for the breakout of the lows. Wait for the retest, and market goes. I gave you guys this zone. This was because there was a very strong demand zone. And we got to pay attention if the market broke to the downside. But this doesn't mean that we are not reacting, right? What you can do is just lower your risk, maybe go in with a lower risk or that kind of stuff, and go with a one take profit, okay? Don't twin trade, don't let the market run. I've talked about this last week, so if you want to know what this all is, just go to the recording, okay? So that's for 80 Canadian. I'm going to show you the green flags in a moment. This is all yesterday. Yesterday we had such a beautiful day in price traps. Oh, look at that. Come on. Insane. The next one was GU. GU was a little difficult, all right? What we have seen is like market was first reacting on these demand zones, which was a possibility that market could react on to follow that uptrending movement. Like you can see, market is creating higher highs and higher lows. But the market started attacking it and going lower and lower again. The moment we went through all these zones, all these lows, we did get a beautiful retest to the highs to then drop and give us the sell idea. To be honest, with this chart, I personally didn't do anything, all right? What I did, once this was happening, these rejections, I just pressed the delete button. I just didn't like the chart setting. If you don't like it anymore, just delete it, move on to the next one. You know, with price trap, we have multiple price traps on a day. So I'm only here for one time a week on the YouTube channel, but if you see like that one session a week, how many opportunities the market is giving you, how many opportunities you're able to react on, even one day a week is enough, all right? Okay, good. Then we have NZD Canadian. This was a very harsh one. Like you can see, market broke out, came all the way higher to take out the highs here and then follow up that downtrending movement. Yeah, sometimes these things happen. So if you were reacting here with a limit or something like that, if you're not looking at price action, this was probably a stop loss, all right? If you look at price action, this doesn't look too good, right? If you take a look, if I'm talking about price action, if you're pretty new here and you don't know about trading, well, what is price action? Is just waiting on the market to show you on the lower time frames that the market is ready to go down or not. Okay, that's simply what price action means. Okay, it can be engulfing candles, it can be break of structure on the 5-minute time frame, all these type of things combined, of course, with that retest, FIP levels, imbalance, supply, and so on and so forth. But if you take a look here at NZ Canadian and you are a price action trader, so you wait on price action, this shouldn't be any stop loss or near that. You shouldn't be reacting on this, all right? If you work with limits, 100% sure stop loss, all right? I'm not covering these kind of things. Stop loss is just part of trading, okay? Good. Then we have NZD-JPY. Look at that. I left the arrows on here just to show you how beautiful. I drew these arrows on my previous session, so you can watch the recordings. Definitely, I'm not hiding anything. I'm just pure transparency here to show you how powerful this can be. So like you can see, we had the high, we had the low, market breaks through that, comes back to the zone for the retest, and look at that. You had so long or so much time to react on this, all right? A lot of price action going on. So yeah, look at that. Come on, 160 pips, 165 pips, okay? So if you take a look at the lower time frames, like I said, engulfing candles, break of structures, I don't know. We did have engulfing candles right over here, morning stars, evening stars. It's an evening star. If we go down, it's evening, of course. Also engulfing candles on the 30-minute time frame. We had so many price action points you could react on here with NZD-JPY. Take around a 15 pip stop, 150 pip take profit is a beautiful 1 on 10 risk to reward, all right? If you don't know what this means, 1 on 10 risk to rewards, it simply means you're risking 1% to make 10, all right? So this was the possibility we had on NZD-JPY, okay? Good, so that's for NZD-JPY. NZD-USD, look at that, another one. Come on, you cannot make this up. Like, I'm doing this right now for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I'm doing it way longer, but when I took a break and came back, we are now 5 weeks in, 6 weeks maybe. Every single week we had such beautiful opportunities. But the question is, are you consistent in following these price traps? Are you disciplined to bite through maybe a losing streak or these kind of things? Are you consistent and disciplined enough to follow your risk management plan? So what do we see here? Again, low, break of the low, market comes back, creates price action, 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, engulfings, 50-minute time frame. Look at that. Evening star, we had an engulfing over here. Maybe a 30-minute time frame. Let me check. Yeah, maybe you could react on that first one here, and you took a stop loss, but then you see the market reacting like that, still staying below the previous high. Looks like market is respecting, right? So just say you took a stop loss, you had the price action here, you go with like a 10 pip stop, and market drops with a potential of 1 on 10 risk to reward. You took one stop loss, minus 1%, and then you take a 1 on 10. Does that one stop loss really bothers you? Right? Good. Next one, USD Canadian. Excuse me. I thought I had to sneeze, but nope. We had the breakout here on USD Canadian. Market came back for the retest. I gave you the zone. I said this zone could be very powerful to continue the downtrending market. Look what the market did. Comes to the zone, went a little higher, but this was a beautiful opportunity here. Like from that point, going all the way up, 87 pips. Like, come on, guys. This is just insane. This is insane. I just keep on showing you just to show you that how powerful this can be. UJ, same thing. It was against the trend. The market, we saw a market creating this uptrend, right? It was against the trend, but still, you could have had an opportunity here of like 86 pips, maybe with a 20 pip stop. So 1 on 3 risk to reward was definitely possible there. Like, come on. I personally didn't react. I'm going to be honest there, because I wanted to see the market going a little higher here. We did have a breakout to the upside, but does it look like we had any price action to react on that? I don't think so. Come on, look at that. Such a bearish candle. It didn't even stop. It didn't even give you one blue candle to react on, all right? But the opposite direction did give us this beautiful opportunity with a potential of 1 on 3 risk to reward. Definitely, definitely. Next one. Canadian CHF. This was one I took last week. Man, that was a beauty. So market breaks out, comes back for the retest, and boom, another beautiful one. All right, so let's just say you're pretty late. So market close here. This is a pretty late entry, in my opinion, pretty late. Still, market went for 33 pips in profit. All right, again, maybe just shy of a 103 risk to reward. Maybe you ended up break even, but that's no problem. Okay, this is also part of the trading game. All right, look at that. Come on, man. You cannot make this up. Let me just show you what happened after. So we have new structure, market breaks out, gives the retest, moves up. With the move up, we break again, gives the retest, moves up again. Come on, guys. Just basic market principles, basic market structure. Same thing, Canadian JPY. This was also a beautiful idea I took last week. This is just, come on. Look at that. Let's say you're late on this 1 hour candle close. A stop of 30 pips. I don't think this is a 103. No, we didn't get there. If you were late, of course, if you go lower time frames, you had so beautiful opportunities like 15 pip stop. Market went from 87 pips to the downside. So 103 again wasn't beautiful, or was definitely possible. Okay. And that's it, I think. I think I'm through it. Yes. For the price traps from yesterday, I don't know, for the alphas who are on the call right now, I hope you guys had a good day, because I did. It was beautiful. So I gave this one yesterday. Here we had the highs, market breaks out, comes back for the retest, boom, market goes high. Next one, Euro USD, same thing here. Also react on this. I caught a 105 on this one, beautiful. Breaks out, comes back for the retest, boom. And I gave it also the day before. Breaks out, comes back for the retest, boom. Euro Canadian didn't do anything. I was waiting for a retest of this support here. Just showing you the ones from yesterday. Here we had GA also. I gave this support zone here. This one here. Market breaks through that, comes back for the retest, boom. Takeoffs. GCAP, look at that. Again. Support zone was given here, breakout, retest, boom, we are gone. It's insane. It's just insane. I gave gold also, but didn't break out. Absolutely insane. Petrima, no entries. You went too sharp on your limits. Yeah, that's possible, of course. I personally am not really a fan of going too sharp on limits. I know you are. I think you're not a fan of drawdown. Nobody. To be honest, I'm also not a fan of drawdown, but I'm not really caring about it. So I personally rather have like 2 to 5 pips extra stop loss to have the trade and run it than missing out on the trade because I wanted to go too sharp. All right, because right now you missed out a lot, really. But happens, all right. Maybe this is something you can move on with. Maybe you can analyze that, and maybe you can make some small adjustments for the future. Okay, enough talking, enough showing off. It almost looks like I'm bragging here with Price Trap. But let's just go through the charts and let's see what we have for today. Okay. So the very first one, I said it immediately. We already had this one yesterday. Gold is looking pretty nice. We do have a beautiful structure point here. We gotta be careful though, because if we do break up, we still have some strong supply zones above our resistance zone. All right. So let me just, there we go. And that's what I'm talking about here. So if the market goes higher, watch out for this, okay? What I want to see is maybe just get like that equal high, like this. At least the equal high to then have the retest and keep on moving up. If we close below this, maybe you can still react on it with a small risk. But just know that this could be a higher risk of the market going down, okay? Makes sense, right? So that's the first one. ADJPY. Let's see. We do have some good structure here. Not really the most clean trend. So if we zoom out, it's not that we say like, oh, the market is going, yeah, maybe up, maybe down, maybe consolidating. So that's one thing, but I do like the structure. So I'm just going to trap it, and we shall see how the market will offer us maybe an opportunity or not. All right, we shall see. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay. So that's 80 JPY. 80 Canadian, you could trap this, but this is massive. I personally don't really like these really big traps. I personally rather have like clean, small structure, or just structure that the market created. Like we can see here, 80 USD is the same. It's also a pretty big one, but I do like this structure. We were also following this up, like the breakout retest. Now I'm looking to get another breakout retest to the upside, if that's possible, right? If we start breaking down, of course, I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. Wait for the retest and find myself an opportunity. It's as simple as that. So that's 80 USD. Nope, nope. Euro USD, yeah, I'm just curious. Can we follow up on that downtrend? Because I'm running this one, or yeah, I run this one yesterday. Took a 105 here. Was a long time ago. I left my trade running. Usually I just get out on a 103. But it's just like, if we can start breaking that structure, we have so much to fill up. And we have so beautiful targets like this one here, this one here, this one here. These are all targets we can use if the market starts breaking up. This is like 80 pips, 160 pips, 200, 300 pips almost. So yeah, a lot of room. But first, we want to see the market breaking, right? So let me put this on. There we go. That's Euro USD. If we break up, same thing like gold, we do have this supply sitting here. So I want to see the market like creating that equal high to then move higher. Okay. If we do break out with a very small breakout, it's still possible to follow that up, but just know the risk, right? Know that this is a downtrending market and that the market could react on supplies. Alrighty. It's not looking too good. Yeah, you could go for your euro pound, like the breakout retest here. But yeah, euro pound, I just don't like this pair. I'm gonna trap it. Just know that I personally don't like euro pounds as just as a pair. It just doesn't move as clean as all the other ones. But I'm just gonna put it like this. I want to see if the market could react with a downtrend or respect the downtrend. So move on from this point to the downside. What you could do, let me just give you this. Okay, 30 minutes rejecting, 50 minutes is also stopping, so that's good. We are on massive supply zones. Yeah, you could simply wait for some price action here. At this moment, I find it way too early to react on. Okay, I just want to see like maybe like get a little pause, wait a little bit, maybe wick to the upside and then starts moving down, or do like a breakout retest of the oh boy, that's not good. Breakout retest of the lower time frame structure. I just saw the farmer from my neighbor basically with a truck that I don't like to see. I don't know how to say it in English, but if you know, you know. I really don't know how to say it in English. Maybe if someone can help me out to give some context to the people who are watching the recording. I'm gonna wait with my alerts after the session. There you go. That's GCAT, waiting for the retest. See if we can follow up that downtrend. Yeah, GJ does have some good structure here, so we can also use that. High and low. You see, I'm not trapping every single pair, but yeah, that's simply because I have a certain pattern in my head. Like, if you would just lay down the price traps next to each other, you will see they're almost looking the same every single time again. That same type of structure. You could trap this, but I'm not going to do it. GU, I just don't like it. This is a good one. Look at that. Easy structure. NZD Canadian. Support, resistance. I hope I'm wrong. Is it? Oh, I'm wrong. Nice. It's not the type of truck I thought it was. I think he's just giving like it's a farmer, by the way, but I don't know how to say it in English, all these things. My English is pretty good, but not that good. Mayor wagon? Mayor? I don't know. There we go, and the JPY. I do like this one also. We had this one yesterday, breakout, retest, boom, takeoff. So now we are looking for the same thing, following up that trend, like that small uptrending movement there. Yeah, I don't know, Mayor wagon, I've never heard of that. So maybe it is. That's maybe the reason why I don't know. Yeah, Canadian CHF. Let me just say, I thought it was a truck full of shit. But it isn't. It's a truck full of, yeah, food. Mastwagen, yes, exactly. But it's not that. It's just, I think seeds or something, or maybe be, yeah, to feed their ground, you know. Man, that's really, no, I'm calm. I thought like, oof, this is gonna be hell today, but it's okay. It's just to feed the ground, I think. Good. All right, so there are the price traps. Sorry, I got distracted very easily. That's already all of my life. So if there's something happening on the farmer side, I've seen it and I'm distracted. But good. Let's just go over the price traps we have for today. So the very first one is ADJPY. We're looking for a retest to follow up that small uptrending movement we have seen here for the last couple of days. Then we have AUDUSD, also waiting for the breakout. Doesn't really matter where we're going here. We do have room to the upside. We do have room to the downside. A lot of lows there, so we could break a retest to the downside. Very possible. We give both directions the option. Then we have Euro USD. I've said about this supply that is sitting above this, so be careful when we go higher. This could basically just be a retest to go lower again. And of course, if we have the breakout retest to the downside, that would be perfect. Here we have Euro Pound. Like I said, I personally don't like Euro Pound, but I'm just curious. I just want to see, are we gonna respect the supply? Are we going lower? Are we following that downtrending structure? Not sure I'm gonna react here, but we shall see, okay? Then we have GCAP, waiting for the retest to follow up that downtrending movement. Pretty simple. Here we have GJ. We shall see where we can go, okay? If we can follow that uptrending movement from the last weeks, or if we just get a retracement to take out these lows or go back to demand zones, we shall see, all right? We have both directions open. NZD Canadian would be beautiful if we can follow that downtrending move from the last couple of days. Of course, if we break to the upside, we still have the possibility also to follow that. And CJPY broke to the upside, so we are waiting for the retest to move up again. We shall see if we can respect it, yes or no. Canadian CHF, same thing, waiting for the retest to follow that uptrending movement. And then we have gold. Like I said, if gold moves higher, I want to see an equal high to really have full confidence in the upside movement. If we do not have that equal high, you can still react like I said, but maybe go with a lower risk in this chart, or just be aware that this is a higher risk opportunity. All right, so good. That's the price reps. Let's go over the chart from Bitcoin. I've been looking at Bitcoin. We did not respect this first supply zone. I've changed this a little bit on my other charts. I do have different charts. Yes, I do. Simply because of the different sessions I'm giving. So I first gave you that 4-hour supply zone here. This was an opportunity where the market could react. It did, all right? But it simply followed up the uptrend on the lower time frames. Like you can see, we have low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now I'm searching for a higher low again. What I did have on my other charts was this imbalance. We beautifully respected this. We also have like this last buying candle before the drop. This is also a strong zone where we can look at. So basically what I'm looking for right now, because of the daily downtrend, I'm looking for the market to just continue moving down, okay? But first, if we want to continue moving down, I want to see the market breaking this support zone, breaking the structure of that uptrend. So this is the last point of structure that created the high. So I want to see the market breaking this to go lower. If we respect this, the chances are high we are going for highs again. We are going a little bit higher, maybe these highs first to then react around that 95 level. We shall see. We shall see. At this point, this is my main focus. So this small uptrend, does it respect when we get the retest of this broker resistance zone, or does it break through that? If we break through that, we finally have the zone at 47 that is open, where the market could still go to. But if we do not go there, we could definitely go back to 90 levels, okay? So this is a little bit the vision I have for the coming days, coming week on Bitcoin. Like you can see, if you watch weekly time frame and you look at a price rep perspective, look at that. Market just breaks out and now going back to the retest. So nothing really showing me that we are back in a bull or that the market could potentially go very strong to the upside. I don't necessarily see that right now, okay? What we could see is that 4-hour respect, then go higher, and then maybe we could start talking about another leg to the upside, okay? But at this moment, we are still bearish. Pretty simple. For Ethereum, almost exactly the same thing. The difference is with Ethereum, we don't need to go much lower anymore. In my opinion, we got the zone that I wanted to see, or we retested the zone that was there to take. And now there is a possibility to start moving higher again, but we shall see. At this moment, this is way too early to say that. We do have the 4-hour again uptrend, same thing like Bitcoin. So what we can see is maybe just a retest, go higher, or break out from that zone and go lower, okay? So this is like the vision I have for the coming days or the coming week on crypto, right? I've been going over some alts also like Solana, also still bearish. Cardano, beautifully holding this one. We also have Ripple, for example. Yeah, the market is dead, all right? The market is just in consolidation mode and isn't doing a lot. So yeah, I cannot say more about that. I've said this already on the other sessions also. I want to see the total market cap without the top 10 starting to break the highs to really see an alt season. Same thing for the Bitcoin dominance. I want to see the lows getting broken. And then if we take a look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, I want to see the highs again getting broken. So yeah, we are now in like a phase of the market where nothing really is happening, and we will have to be patient till the market shows me some technical stuff that we could go up again. At this moment, I don't see any of that. Okay, so yeah, that will be it, I think. If there are no more questions in the chat box, I think I'm going to leave this session like it is. We do have some beautiful opportunities here. ADJPY is getting back to the retest. So let me go over pretty quick. So ADJPY, ADUSD, Euro USD, Euro Pound, GCAT, GJ, NZD Canadian, NZD JPY also coming back to the retest. Canadian CHF, and then gold. All right, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 price traps, more than enough. All right, we shall see next week if it is as successful as this week has been. But yeah, just remember what I've talked about in the beginning of the session. It's not necessarily the knowledge that's keeping you, or that is not giving you the profits you are expecting from trading. All right. First of all, if you're expecting something from the market, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong mindset, because the market doesn't care about you. All right. So I always go in the market with zero expectations. This puts me in a position that I will always follow my risk management, because if you do not expect anything from the market, you know the market can easily go against you. All right. But just know that it's not necessarily the knowledge that is keeping you back from profits. It's the discipline and consistency you're putting in the work to get these profits, right? So yeah, I'm gonna close it off with this. I want to wish you all a beautiful week. We see each other back next week, of course, for a brand new price trap session, where we will go over the price traps I just showed you or gave you, and of course make some new price traps for the upcoming week, and of course giving you the vision around crypto, what we can expect for the coming days. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you had some value, maybe some laughter, and we see each other back next week. Thank you all, and see you very soon again. Ciao, ciao.